Hello and welcome to REGO-FIX TechChat. My name is David McHenry. I am the Engineering and Technical Manager here at REGO-FIX USA. Today, let's continue our conversation about tool holders and tool holder maintenance and what to look for when it's time to throw that tool holder out. In one of our last videos, we talked about tool holder fretting and we gave a good example of exactly what it is, what it looks like, and it's time to get rid of it when you see that. But that's not the only damage that we find on tool holders when we walk around different shops. Let's cover some of the most basics and talk about what can be repaired and, unfortunately, what should be replaced. So let's take a quick look at some steep tapers. One of the most common things that we see is tool holder taper damage. Now I'm going to talk about steep tapers here first. So the steep taper is this portion here, and this is what goes up inside of your spindle. It is 60 Rockwell. It's very, very hard, so it does take quite a bit of abuse before you see any marks on it. But something as simple as not storing them correctly, knocking them off the table, or allowing tool holders to bang against each other can leave lasting marks on these tool holders. So here I have one. Let's bring up a bigger picture and take a look at this. So on this tool holder, you can see there are very visible dents, scratches, or grooves, whatever you wish to call them, on this tool holder. If I rub my hand across it, I can physically feel those grooves on my fingers. Well, what's it mean? If I can feel it, it means that there's a divot or a high spot. Any high spots will cause less tool holder contact, meaning this tool holder has a high possibility of vibrating in my spindle, causing added TIR, or damaging the spindle in worst case scenarios. The good thing about this is a visual inspection. This is something you can look for, any dents, dings, or gouges that you can physically feel. These tool holders should be removed from your operation. Again, that is a very easy thing to look at. But what about other damages that occur? So let's bring up another picture and let's look at a cracked tool holder. Here in this picture, you can see a tool holder that's cracked in the collet cavity. Now, we've covered this in other tech chats, so I'm not going to go into the cause of this, but it is something that, just like the tapers need to be looked at, the overall quality of the tool holder being used should be looked at as well for any damage that it's suffered during use of operation or accidental crashes. In this case, a crack means that tool holder should be disposed of. So we've looked at different damage on tool holder tapers, whether it be from dents and dings, whether it be a cracked collet cavity, and some basic things to look for visually that you can do to inspect your tool holders. But what else is easy to see that you can do during disassembly or assembly to help identify tool holders that need some care or should be replaced? Easy thing to look for is rust or taper discolorations. So in this tool holder here, I don't know if you can see it very clearly, I have discoloration on the taper that was actually caused by rust that actually left pitted areas inside the tool holder. Any kind of rust on your tool holder taper is gonna cause a problem. It's going to either transfer the rust up into your spindle, or it's going to limit the amount of spindle contact you have with your taper. End result is going to be wasted parts, spindle repairs, and damaged tool holders. All things you can avoid just by doing a quick, simple inspection of your tool holders. The good news is something as simple as rust on the outside of the taper can be taken care of and removed, and that tool holder can be put back in service. And we will look at that in a future video. So what about HSK holders? This is a totally different type of tool holder than a steep taper. Now, I don't have a rusted or damaged tool holder to show you, but I'm going to talk about what you should look at. On the steep taper tool holder, all of our contact with the machine spindle is generally on the taper itself. Unless you have a big plus, then you would have the face contact on the bottom. With an HSK holder, you have contact on two surfaces all the time. It's not an option. You have contact on the taper all the time, all the way around, and I have contact on the face ground on the bottom of the flange. It is a dual contact permanently type of tool holder, and both of those surfaces should be inspected at all times. HSK holders are designed to give you the most accuracy that you can get. Any damage, dings, dents, rust, or anything else that are on those mating surfaces are going to cause you problems. Unlike a steep taper tool holder where I can have dents and dings on the flange area itself, I really don't want to see that on an HSK holder. On the HSK holder, any damage along this sharp edge, which transitions from the outside of the flange to the ground surface of the face, can cause a high point. Those high points are something you can pick up inside of your machine spindle and cause TIR and vibration issues. All very easy to visually inspect, again, during your assembly or disassembly process. Take the time, look at your tools, decide what should be replaced, what can be repaired, and what you need to buy new to store these or keep them in good condition. I know this has been a rather quick video, but I hope it's answered some questions on what you can visually look for when you're inspecting your tool holders during assembly or disassembly to help you know when it's time to clean them, repair them, or get rid of them. My name is David McHenry. Thank you for watching TechChat.